Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with the Fool. This is a card of a fresh start. This is a card of a new beginning. A new chapter is starting in your life. I wonder if some of you are taking a real leap of faith right now into something. If you're kind of like trying to trust the journey, you know. We're heading into a new cycle, and there's something fresh. There's some kind of a renewal energy. There's a rebirth happening for you. I think you're somebody right now that you're probably feeling more light on your feet, more playful, more at home outside than inside. Yeah. I feel like maybe you're even of that mindset where it's like, I don't know the future. I don't know what's coming. You're at the edge of the dark, scary forest, and you're just saying, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I'm going to be there for it. You know. This is kind of feeling like we're a feather in the cosmic wind, you know. Let's put this card into a little bit of context, and let's see what's going on for you right now. You got a 5 of Wands, an Ace of Wands, a 6 of Swords, a Prince of Wands, and a 3 of Pentacles. So a lot of fire. There's a pillar of fire here. Something new is sort of emerging here. There's kind of this new impetus to action. There's some new inspiration that's sort of brewing here under the surface. There's a spark inside of you right now, Aquarius. And look at that. We have a little spark of love here with the Ace of Cups. A 6 of Pentacles. Beautiful. And another ace. Wow. 1, 2, 3 aces. To me, that's a bingo, right? And we have an 8 of Wands. Yeah, things are going to get started, and they're going to start moving faster and faster and faster in this new direction, this new chapter, this new journey. It may be one of career or enterprise. It may be a physical skill or project or task or something along these lines. There's a really strong energy here. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right here with our little horse, Mr. Ed, right there on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card, of course, until the very end. It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card is, put your prediction in the comments beneath the video here. So let's look around the room, because I do notice the only major card is the Fool. So this really is that new chapter energy. This week is a new cycle for you, okay? Something fresh is really trying to enter your life, and you're being told to go forth on this journey, Aquarius. We've got, obviously, fire, 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 a little bit of water, some really good air, and some really good earth. I kind of want to sing a song about it, you know? It's really harmonious energy, especially going from a 6 to a 5 plus an ace, okay, to another 6. I think is really beautiful. So I'm kind of feeling here that, like, the journey, the plan that you're on, the path, the larger like arc of your life has taken you to a threshold where this is the moment where something new is ready to begin. You know, so I kind of feel like it's kind of like you're You're driving across state lines, and the old map doesn't apply anymore. Now you need the new map for the new state that you're in, right? And so I feel that energy very strongly here for you, that we're just sort of, the Fool is kind of saying, I don't have a map anymore. I need to get a map for this particular state that I'm in. The map we have is for the state I just left. You know, you're going from California to New York. Well, and once you get to Nevada, it's like the California map kind of isn't very helpful anymore, you know? So the Fool is our first card, and this is like, we're trying things, testing things, sampling things, we're exploring things. We've kind of reached, you know, you've crossed the border, you've crossed the state lines. And I mean like spiritual state, you know, emotional state perhaps, a state of life, a state of being. Crossed into a new state. And now we're just going to like look around and try to get our bearings and try to figure out exactly how to do this new thing, you know. So you're not bringing any old emotional baggage into this. You're traveling light. You're not really sharing a lot of your plans with other people. You're just trying to find people that will support you. You want people that can assist you along the way. And I feel like Spirit is going to put the right people, places, and things on your path when and where you need them, okay? You're kind of a traveler here. And I think that the traveler travels light and figures, well, whatever new town I wander into, I'll find a hot meal and a place to lay my head. You know, I'll find what I need along the way. I don't have to carry everything with me on my back, you know. So I think you're finding the support that you need as you go through something. We're planning very just short excursions, not these really huge, big plans, but just like, I'm going to just explore. I'm going to take one step at a time. I'm going to be curious. Your curiosity right now is your compass. What feels alive, what gives you that spark, that's going to be where you need to sort of look, you know. If fear does pop up, courage and bravery need to take over. I was just thinking about the dark, scary forest this morning as I was driving my daughter to school. She was reading a book in the car as we were going to school. It was a little spooky story, you know, age appropriate, of course, one of her reader books. And the protagonist in the story, this kid, was saying, am I scared? No. And I was saying, well, if you're in a dark, scary forest and you're not scared, you must be a fool, right? You'd be a fool not to be scared. It's important to be scared, but to do the thing anyway. Because that's real, that's devotion, that's commitment. You know, I think fear will pop up for you at some point in your life, but you're going to do the thing anyway. Because the Fool is kind of like too naive to be scared of the dark, scary forest, right? But we need to be a little bit. We need to realize that you're in new territory. You've never been in this land before. So you've never been in this state before. So you need to be cautious, but you need to take the risks, and you need to be bold, and you need to be curious, and you need to step forward. I don't believe in this whole no fear kind of thing, because I think fear is important because it gives us the opportunity to be brave. And you've got some good fire energy here for that bravery and that courage, okay? But start moving. Clarity is going to come from doing these new things, not just from thinking about doing the new things, yeah? So something is really trying to begin for you. Right now, there's a new path that's opening, a new adventure for you to embark upon, or something along these lines. Something wants to be explored. We also have the Five of Wands, which is a little bit of this competition, a little bit of friction, a little bit of tension. You know, this is kind of like we're testing things. We're pushing boundaries. We're seeing if this thing can hold some weight. We're seeing how far we can go. We're seeing where the limits are. And maybe the Fool is kind of like discovering what they're made of. You know, you're pushing yourself to the limit to see kind of where your boundaries are, where your limits are. So it's no different than someone at the gym who's trying to, you know, test their strength by like, I'm going to see how many times I can lift this weight before my muscles fail, right? Okay, well, that's my limit. So we kind of get the benchmark metrics, yeah. So that might be part of your process right now, is just to see kind of where we're at. get the benchmarks. What is the starting point? Okay, so it's, you're looking at your finances and you're just trying to total everything up. Okay, this is where we are right now. This is my income, this is my debt, these are my assets, these are my liabilities. This is the current snapshot of things, yeah. So it could be part of the process anyway for you. Or, testing yourself to see where those limits and where those boundaries are. This is the card of that push and pull energy, the friction that is going to cause and foster and facilitate growth. So we're not personalizing anything. Any tension in your life right now is feedback. We're not focusing on the drama, we're focusing on the energy expenditure. The 5, to me, is the 5-fingered hand, right? Reaching out into the world to see how long my arm is, to see what I can grasp and like how hard, how tightly I can grasp it. At jiu-jitsu class the other day, we did one of those grip tests, where you squeeze the little handle and it tells you what your grip strength is. Mine was, both hands were 108. Which is interesting that they were both the same, probably because I play the drums, so they're try equal strength, I guess. I don't know. But we just kind of see where we are now, and then we're going to do work, and we're going to go through life, and we're going to do what we do, and then you test again in a couple months or a week or 6 weeks or whatever you want to do, and see if it's improved. But if you don't get the benchmark now, you won't know if you've improved. Okay. This is a card of movement. This is the card that's saying we're trying to push out into the world. It's the Fool is the 0 point. We're starting right here where we are. We're going to take a step in this direction. We're going to see what's out here. And then maybe we'll take a step back, and maybe we'll take a step in this direction. We'll see what's out here. So there's a lot of movement, a lot of creativity flowing in your life right now, and a lot of experimentation. And this is kind of... I almost feel like this is literally like somebody who's like backpacking through the Nevada desert or something, or maybe down SoCal or down Joshua Tree or something like this. And it's just kind of seeing how far they can, seeing what they're capable of. And I think that this is us exerting ourselves to find out what we're made of, who we are, why we're here, what we're made of and where we're going. Yeah. And I think that you're holding your center under pressure. You're staying aligned with your true and authentic self. And so something is beginning here. So I don't know if you're starting a business, you're starting a new job, you're starting a new adventure, a new project, you're moving to a new place, you're starting a new relationship, anything that is new that you're starting right now in your life. Maybe it's, a couple weeks either side of today is fine, Anything new that's in your life now, there's probably some growing pains. There's probably some testing of boundaries. There's probably some kind of figuring out where everybody stands and like what is our dynamic. It's like anytime we get dropped into a new group, we sort of have to we have to go through a little bit of friction with each other until everybody kind of settles into their roles in that group. Does that make sense? So that's kind of what the 5 is for you right now. I think you're trying to find out like where you stand or where you sit at the table here with everybody else that's here, or just with yourself, with nature and whatever's around you. Yeah. But I like that our 5 here is becoming a 6. Yeah, and it's a 6 of Pentacles, but we have that fire and earth thing. So what it tells me that maybe this is a new group thing for you, or it's some kind of a relationship with something that right now we're going through that period of trying to figure out where we stand, kind of what we're made of, and just testing boundaries and getting a feel for our new environment. And this is now, everything's harmonized. Everything's working beautifully. This is the round table. Everybody has got an equal position here. Everybody's bringing value to the table. Everybody knows their place at the table, And so I like that. I think going from the 5 to a 6 is just perfect. But we've got this ace underneath, and this is, of course, the spark. This is that new energy, that motivation for that fresh start. This is a match. Somebody, you know, in the cartoons, you light a match under someone's foot and it gets them up and they start running around the room. It's like a cartoon. This is the match underneath your foot. Call it a hot foot. And it's really getting us going, you know. It's that creative fire. It's a surge of energy. It's an inspiration that's rising in you to start the project, have the conversation, make the pitch, make the change, go to the new place, start the business, start that new creative project, whatever it might be. You're not waiting for perfect conditions. The fool is saying, I'm not scared, and just going into it and doing it. And your enthusiasm here is not random. This is a surge of spiritual energy. Keep it simple. One idea, one action. I'm going to start this thing. It doesn't have to be some big adventure. You don't have to be backpacking through the Swiss Alps or anything like that. This could just be, I want to start playing the drums. Okay, let me figure it out. Okay. The thing is, everybody's got this. Everybody's got a million Ace of Wands in them. Everybody's got a good idea. Good ideas are a dime a dozen. It's only the rare thing is the person that can take this idea and actually start doing it. Everybody's got a good idea, but not a lot of people are going to follow through with that idea. I think you're somebody that is really testing this idea, building the prototypes, doing the work to get something really going. It's not just an idea. An ace by itself is nothing. It's so close to zero, it partakes of the zero. The aces have 1 foot in the nothingness and 1 foot in reality. And it's just like, I could go either way. We have to bring this out and into form. Okay? And that's exactly what you're doing. That's exactly what we see with the 6 and the 3 and the 6 over here. It's beautiful. You've got the most amazing energy today, Aquarius. Well, you got to move this energy through. Okay? You protect the excitement, okay? So practically don't talk to anybody that may drain this enthusiasm away. You don't want anybody to rain on this parade. Because the spark, it's a little ember in the tinder. You got to blow on it. You got to get it going into a bigger fire. You got to put some thought into it, right? The air. You don't want it to get wet. You don't want to show anybody because then they might breathe on it and it'll go out. You got to really protect this spark until it builds up a little bit. So don't be so quick to reveal everything to everybody because everybody's going to have an opinion for one thing, right? So protect the excitement. The universe is giving you a green light for this. You're being called to transmit this through your being out into the world. You are the magician. You are the magic maker. Okay? So channel this through you. Claim this. Answer the call. Green light. Okay? You got to act on the spark, and the immediate action is going to build up into a raging inferno. Of course, it becomes an 8 of Wands. It becomes fireworks. This is a little spark. This is the explosion of activity. It's awesome, absolutely beautiful energy. And that action doesn't have to be a huge step. Say, let's just start small. Let's start where we are, who we are, and everything as it is right now. Let's just start immediately. And that's why we've got that 5, because we need to take that kind of baseline measurement. And we're the fool. We're stepping into this situation, and I gotta take an inventory of what I got. It's like you buy a new business, you buy a company, right? You're going to go around and you're going to take inventory. You're going to look at the books. You're going to look at the balance sheet, the P&L. You're going to look at the roster, the payroll, I don't know, the inventory, the debts. And you're going to get a snapshot of what it looks like. Because that's going to tell you what things need to change. And so our 6 of Swords is a little bit of that. A little bit of that sort of getting a snapshot of where we are right now and what the thing looks like, so that we have something to compare it against as we move forward. Okay, and like I said, this is also, because it's in the past position, this is the old map. It doesn't really apply anymore. But this is also your ability to see patterns. This is your ability to measure things, you know. This is the map now that will appear again. We have the map for the old path, and I think that you're going to get the map for this new state as well. But I feel like your mind is clear. I feel like your thoughts are lining up in the right order. I feel like you're trusting in the patterns. You're trusting in the flow of energy. You're trusting in the structure. Okay, you're steering toward your future, and I feel that this is the plan that was behind you, and I feel like you trust this. I feel like you're aware that Spirit has brought you to exactly where you need to be, even though if now the Fool kind of feels like you're a feather in the cosmic wind. To me, it feels like you've got some wind in your sails. You are motivated. Feel like you're being pushed forward, and the Six of Swords behind you, to me, kind of is the full expanded sail. Okay, a sail that is fully inflated, or whatever you say about a sail, when it's got all the wind it needs, you know. So I feel like you're trusting in the process. You're really trusting that there's something in life that steered you right here, and this is where you belong. Okay. And so I feel like there's no need to rush right now. I feel like you're moving to a larger experience, and we don't have those directions yet. We don't know everything yet. But I do feel like there's this harmony between your inner and your outer reality. I feel like things are just going to click for you. Okay. The new map is forming, and you realize that you can't go back to where you were. That where you are right now is part of the plan, part of this larger divine plan for your life. Okay. Now, with the Prince of Wands up here at the top, this is a fixed fire energy. This is courage. This is a steady force. This is a flame now that has become a spark that has become a steady flame, a steady fire. This is leadership. This is direction. This is vision. This is the sense of purpose. Okay? You're focusing your efforts on what matters, and what matters is the spark. You're bringing that spark to a steady fire by feeding it, by thinking about it, by giving it the attention that it needs. Okay? And you have an ability to communicate. I think you're a very strong leader. And I think that you have a vision for how you want this to go. That vision is forming. And I feel that you're not somebody that waits for consensus. You have a vision, and I think that vision is paramount to you. You're trusting in that vision. Okay? You have passion, you have this fire, but you also have strategy. Yeah. And you're making moves now that really that align with your long-term identity, realizing that we don't have that. We don't have a full pathway. I can see the goal. I know what I want. I know what I want this to turn into. We just have to figure out how to get there. Okay? But you're leading this. Yeah. And this is also the card that's kind of asking that question. What do we have to do to build this, to construct the life that we desire? How do we build? Okay? Because this is, the princes of the tarot are focused on right here, right now, the work that's in front of me right now. I'm showing up here today. I'm motivated. What do I got to do to build this? I'm ready to do whatever it takes. Okay? This is enthusiasm that is sustainable. This is a steady fire now. It's not just a spark. It's consistent. Okay? And I think this is exactly what you need, and what your energy is transforming into, this steady fire. And it's asking that question: what do I need to build? What do I need to do? Or not even what do I need to do, but this is me doing what I need to do right now in the present moment, putting in work, Five of Wands is that energy expenditure. We're doing exactly what needs to be done, and we're showing up every day doing that work. This is a very reliable, very consistent energy. It's enthusiasm that can be sustained even after the initial, the initial rush of things kind of wears off. We're still here showing up every day, doing what we need to do, putting in the work, okay? And the Three of Pentacles in this future position, well, this is the refinement of the process for you. This is the development of the skills. This is the craft. This is also teamwork. This is also building something, okay? We're not focused on speed. We're focused on doing things the right way. This is the quality, the high quality work that you're doing. Focusing on the craft, not on speed. And collaboration, I think, is also being kind of highlighted for you because the 3 is becoming a 6 of Pentacles. Yeah. Your work is improving because you are improving. Because as you are working in the external, there's a corresponding transformation on the internal. That is a simultaneous development. You're showing up consistently, and you are mastering your craft, whatever this is for you. This could be something at home, at work, at school. It really doesn't matter. But you're doing it, okay? And your effort is visible. Other people are noticing. This is the first earth energy that we have. We have the fire, we have the air, right? We have the will, we have the intention, we have the idea, we have the mental energy. Now we've got the physical energy. So in some ways, you're sort of putting this plan into action now. You're doing the work. And of course, you'll check in and take the measurements again to see how you've been progressing. Because see, we've taken the baseline measurements already. This is Mars in Capricorn. We're just doing the work. Okay? We're building with intention. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. These readings are totally free. And let me know which card on the path of the dove resonates with you the most. I apologize for my voice. It's a little bit scratchy today, if you didn't notice. I want to do an oracle of manifestation for you before we talk about the path of the serpent. And for you, we have the mystic circle. Connect with ancestral wisdom and have patience on the journey. I am grounded in my path. So the Fool is not grounded yet. The Fool is kind of just like swirling in the breeze. This is when we actually start to ground the idea. So we have the Ace plus the 3 equals a 4. So this spark, this idea, this, I know what I want to do. We start doing it. That's when we ground this energy, right? The electrical current now gets grounded because we're starting to actually do it in the physical realm. And maybe we're starting small. And this could be whatever you want. It doesn't matter what this is. This is the moment where it really becomes real. Okay? Because it's connecting with the earth. All circuits have to be grounded. And it's not really anything until it's grounded. Then it works, completes the circle, the circuit. And so that's why I think it's very important that we have that earth energy here. Now we have an Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is that emotional beginning. This is your general energy. And this feels like a gift. Your heart is opening. Your heart is softening. Love is pouring in and out of you. I think you're feeling a really strong connection with this new thing. It started as this idea, this kind of calling to something. But I think it's something that really resonates with your heart. And you're expressing that gratitude and you're letting love in and this emotion is flowing. I feel like you're really in love. Whether it's, maybe this is a new relationship. Could be. Maybe this is a new path, a new purpose. Maybe this is the new job, career, a new art project, a new craft, a new skill, a new hobby, I don't know. You're in love with it. And this love is going to grow. I feel like this is you feeling very rewarded by this process. It feels good. Without this, without the Ace of Cups, this would be kind of lackluster. This wouldn't have the connection. You'd be doing all this great work, but you wouldn't really care. This is telling me that you really care about this, that it means something to you, and that it rewards you. And I think this is it. This is everything. Without this, there would be no sense of like purpose here. It'd just be like, yeah, I'm doing the work. Yeah. Whoop-de-doo. There's a big whoop. There's a really big whoop because this matters to you. There's love. And without this, none of this other stuff matters. Okay? You've got to love what you're doing right now. Whatever this new path is a path with heart. Even though with the Five of Wands, it may be right now there's some struggles. Maybe right now there is that friction, you see. So anyway, you gotta excuse my voice. I think I'm kind of losing it today, actually. Anyway, the Six of Pentacles is success. Whatever you're doing is going to work. It is going to work beautifully. It is going to bring you prosperity. It has value on the physical plane. It has value for other people. It's something you could sell, you know. People pay you money for whatever this is. There's a big reward for you. There's a material flow. There's a harmony here between your effort and the outcome. This is the outgo, the expenditure of energy, and this is the reward for that. Okay? This is the payoff phase. Results will appear, whatever this is. Not only does it feel, and really without the heart, you're not going to get the payoff anyway, or you'll get the payoff, but you're not going to care about it. So yeah, big deal. Okay, this is something you love, and this is it working. There's harmony here. Results are appearing after that strife energy, that five, you know. What you're building is stabilizing and paying you back the energy you invested. That's great. This is income. This is opportunities or recognition that is starting to really reflect your true value. This card also is about reciprocity. Everybody in your life is bringing something worthwhile to the table. Okay? Everybody's showing up. Everybody's finding their place. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do. I feel like there's going to be a lot of harmony in your life with the people in your life. This is also you giving and receiving generously with other people. Okay? This is the circulation of time, effort, energy, money, and space. Because flow keeps that energy alive. This is a card that's saying you've proven your reliability. Now, you're letting this success circulate and come in. This is the value of what you're doing, fully realized. Yeah. And multiplied. So it's the three that's then finding the harmony that it needs with the six. Doubling of the three gives us that six. And fulfillment comes not from what we keep, but from our participating in the full exchange of life. The worry phase is over. This is you earning the stability. Prosperity circulates through you. That's absolutely beautiful. Okay, now, excuse my voice. The Ace of Swords is clarity. And I feel like this is really like saying you have to believe that this path is for you and you have to start. You have to take that leap of faith with that Fool card. And I think that, you know, the reason why this card is in the position of the fear, worry, and concern, basically saying that you're not going to know for certain, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that this is the right choice or the right leap or the right move until after you take it. And that's the irony, is that you're at the edge of a dark wood. You've got to jump. You've got to go into the dark, scary forest. And then you'll get the guarantee, the promise. Then you'll get the clarity. Not before. You have to leap first, and then you will get the truth. Okay? This is a situation that's becoming more clear only after you cross the border into the new state. Okay? Make the decision, take the leap of faith, then you will see exactly that this was the right move. Yeah. Make that decision. No distractions. There's clarity here waiting for you. But that's the irony. You know, we have to be brave, and we have to take the leap. We have to start doing this work. Then we will get that confirmation from Spirit that, you know, this was the right thing. Now we also have an 8 of Wands up here. And I'm so sorry for my voice. I didn't know it was going to be this bad today until I started talking. Anyway, we've got the 8 of Wands here. Things are going to start moving fast. This is rapid movement. This is quick progress. Momentum, right? Things are speeding up. This fire is spreading in all directions. So get ready. As soon as you start doing this work, it's going to start moving faster. 5 plus 3 equals 8. Okay? Don't overthink it. Just ride this wave. Okay? You're going to get more done in 3 days than you will have gotten done in 3 weeks. Spirit opens that door. That Fool leaps ahead. You're hitting the ground running, basically, right? That's what we've got here. You're hitting the ground running. And the success is going to come so fast. You got to be ready for that. You got to respond. You got to show up. Okay, things are going to happen very quickly, but if you don't take care of business, all of this fizzles out. This fire is hot. You've got to keep feeding it. You've got to pay attention. You've got to answer the phone. You've got to send the emails back. You've got to respond to customers, send the invoices, cash the checks. You know, you got to travel. You got to ship the thing. You've got to solve the problems. You're going to be running around like a mad person. Okay? But this is progress. This is success. This is what you want. This energy won't last forever. Okay? It's rapid progress right now. I think things will stabilize and slow down afterward. But get ready, because this is going to be good. But you've got to start. You got to hit the ground running, and keep running until it's clear that things are stabilized, and you get into a rhythm, you get into a flow, and this is going to be, whatever this is going to be really, really good. If this is a business, if this is some new hobby or a skill, or maybe a martial arts, some class you're taking, even if this is a romantic relationship, it's going to go really, really fast. But it'll find its pace. It'll find its cadence. Okay? Let's look at the mystery card. And I need to drink some more lemon water. I think that this should be maybe more water. Some stable water energy, like a 6 of cups or something, yeah. Let's see what we have. Oh, it's the Temperance card. The Temperance card, because you're in a way, you're getting into the pressure cooker, for one thing. But you are, I think you're blending yourself into this new place. Like you're you're getting comfortable in it, you know? You're blending in, you're fitting in, it's becoming home for you, whatever this new thing is. So I feel like this is that kind of, the temperance, that moderation. I feel like things are going to be crazy busy. We have Mercury in Sagittarius here. Things are going to be crazy, crazy busy, chaos. This is Sagittarius too, the temperance card. But this is now moderation. What was crazy, hectic, wild, frantic, busy is now, it's found its cadence. And, you know, it's tempered it. We've tempered all of that explosive energy. Okay. But this is the necessary transformation. You're transforming. You're changing from the inside out, like metal that's being heated and reshaped. Okay? What's being made in you is brand new. And it's the person that can do this work, whatever this is. You're becoming the person that does this work. You weren't that before. But the next step in your spiritual evolution is to become the person that does whatever this work is. This work. I don't know what it is. It's whatever you're burning calories doing in your life that is brand new. You're hitting the ground running. You're becoming the person that can do this. You know, you're becoming, I don't know, you're playing the drums or something. You're becoming the person who can play the drums, you know. And so it's transforming you. You're trusting in the process, even if it's hot and fast, right? It's not comfortable. The temperance card is not, transformation is not comfortable. It's the creation of a self that is strong enough to hold its own life, stay in the heat, because a new form is taking shape here. Now we're going to do an extended reading. We'll do an I Ching hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. There is a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Aquarius on Tuesdays and Fridays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know, that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we are all in this together.